ṣọ́ra fóbìnrin. Kábíyèsí, Ifá ní ẹ ṣọ́ra fóbìnrin.
Ìfẹ́ mi.
Kábíyèsí jẹ́ kábíyèsí, èwo ni ìfẹ́ mi nú ààfin.
Ẹ ṣe rún aṣọ yín níbi tó gbé já. Tá ń dòwú nu yín. Èmi jẹ́.
Àjẹkílànà ọmọ kú lónìí. Kábíyèsí fẹ́ yàwó tuntun. Ọ̀ràn wọ̀lú. Ta ni ọmọ bí ọ̀ràn ti wá?
Ta ló wá lọmọ tó gbé dání?
Ọmọ mi.
Ọmọ ọdún mélòó ni ẹ?
Ọmọ ọdún mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún.
Yìí, ọkọ rẹ kọ́.
Are you ready? So grab your popcorn, let's dive right into it.
Yes.
So the movie started at the king's palace. The chief priest, Fasomi, was seen consulting the oracle to know if the new wife the king is about to marry will bring good luck or bad luck to the village. So at the same time, at the other side of the palace, the king's wives are seen discussing among themselves. The king is about to take a new wife. What exactly is this king looking for? I don't understand. You already have 4 beautiful wives. What else does he want? Or could it be that our king is under a curse? They were just asking themselves, because this does not look ordinary. Which king will have 4 beautiful wives and is still going after a 5th wife? It even got to a point that they started making jest of themselves that, well, the king is going to use you guys to decorate the palace and all of that. Man, it's not easy. Shall just be watching and see what later happened. And then Fasomi said, the oracle has spoken. And the oracle said we should be careful of women because they made us who we are before we became successful. So Fasomi wasn't really speaking like direct. And the king wanted Fasomi to speak directly to him. So again, the king told Fasomi to consult the oracle again to know if he should go ahead and marry the new wife. Shaking fair, became unfair. Fasomi, the chief priest, consulted the oracle again, but yet the oracle said the same thing. He greeted the king by saying, you shall live long on the throne of your fathers. But the oracle is saying the same thing, that you should be careful of women so that you can live long. And then the king became angry and said, you see, this is where the hypocrisy starts from. You people said I should consult the oracle to know if the new wife I'm going to marry will bring good luck or bad luck. So how come the oracle is speaking in parables? And then the king became angry and said, you see, this is it. This is where the hypocrisy started from. You people said I should consult the oracle to know if the new wife I'm going to marry will bring good luck or bad luck. And I did. And now the oracle are speaking in parables. Can't they speak directly to me? Can't they be specific? Again, Fasomi was about to consult the oracle to know if the king should go ahead and marry the new wife or not. But the king was already angry. In fact, the king already wanted to marry the new wife. So everything he was just doing was just to fulfill all righteousness. So the king was already angry and said, no. Drop it. Just pack your kaya, pack everything that you brought, pack them and leave. And then the chief Otun was like, oh, my king, please be patient. Listen to him. Just hold it there. I know you guys have been gossiping about me, and everything I've been doing is just to avoid a side talk. I even went as far as going to another town to marry a new wife, and yet you are still speaking. So the king was already angry at this point that there was nothing anybody was going to say to make him change his mind. His mind was already made up on marrying the 5th wife. So the king has asked Fasomi to leave the palace, and the king was very angry that he left all the chiefs in annoyance. He left them in anger. And then the new wife is seen coming to her husband's as Aigbe is now a queen. So the villagers were singing her praises, eulogizing her, oh, Aigbe, the beautiful woman, the beautiful bride, you shall be fruitful in your husband's house, you shall have children. They were just praising her, they were eulogizing her. The wives, some of them were, should I say, genuinely happy for her? I don't know, but the look on their face tells otherwise. So you see the senior wife washing her feet and welcoming her to her matrimonial home, and then there's celebration all over the village, jubilation. Everybody's excited to have a beautiful queen. And the king as well is excited to have a beautiful wife. So like I said before, there was nothing anybody was going to say to stop him from getting married to the new wife. So here is a quick disclaimer. This movie review is not meant to stop you from watching the full movie, because trust me, you can't afford to miss all the drama put together by your favorite Mercy Aigbe, who played the role of Queen Agbeke. Mercy Aigbe and her team put together, they did a great job. Kudos to them. And if this is your first time of stopping by, hi, welcome to Regist Up, your one-stop channel for all-round entertainment. See, anything that has to do with entertainment, reviews, updates, in fact, this is the right place to stop, okay? So please kindly subscribe to this channel. I mean, that will make my day. And do well to click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload interesting movie reviews like this. Thank you for watching. Okay, well, back to the palace. You see these two men standing, not these chiefs, I mean, these two men standing. According to them, they are the ones to carry out traditional rites for the king's wife. So it is like a tradition. Whenever a king marries a new wife, they carry out the traditional rites on her. And this time around, the king is insisting that there will be no such thing performed on his new wife. And they're like, oh, there will be consequences if we do not do these things. We did it for the king's other 4 wives, so why can't we do it for this? And then the king is seen entering the palace and saying, what is the problem? Oh, I've said that there will be no such thing carried out on my new wife this time around, because it's like you guys are fond of it. You are fond of watching the queen while naked. And I'm like, oh, no. The queen will not be naked, though, that she will be covered with clothes and all of that. And then the king is like, okay, that masquerade that you're talking about, that is an outfit. Who is under that masquerade? Oh my goodness. And that is just it. And the king is saying that there is always somebody under that masquerade outfit. So for you to say that you're not watching the king's wife, it's a big lie. And then the king is saying, insulting them and asking them to leave his palace. So the new queen, Queen Agbeke, was seen slicing yam, and the maidens walked in and offered to help. And the queen said, oh, no, don't worry, Masha Yonu, don't worry. And they're like, oh, the king will punish us. And yes, I want you guys to be punished. And then the maidens are like, oh, my queen, we have prepared a fall, we have prepared a wedu. There's everything, there's amala. So why are you slicing yam? And then she's saying, oh, really? You are asking me foolish question. What kind of food are you preparing with so much, discussion, so much saliva in the food that I'm never going to eat such food? So the queen asked, who is Idowu amongst you? And then before Idowu could say, I'm the one, bah! She received a very hot slap on her face with insult and beating. The other ones had to run for their dear lives. So, man, the question is, why is she beating Idowu? Why? Well, let's find out later. So at the back of the palace, the maidens are seen weeding with their hands, and then Idowu comes again holding her ear, and then the maidens ask, what is it? And then she said, the queen slapped me again. This Idowu, she seems to be at the receiving end of all the slap from the queen. And then they are seen discussing among themselves, what kind of a queen is this? Where exactly did the king bring this the queen from, and all of that? They were talking because she doesn't look like someone from Oyo, Ibadan, or Bomosho and the likes of them. Where exactly? And then the other one said, well, I heard, they met in Lagos. Indeed, the king has eyes for good things. Well, they said all that glitters is not good. We shall see the end of the king. And again, the youth leader and some of the youths were seen in the palace playing game as usual, and then the queen walks in and say, oh, what exactly are you doing? And they were like, oh, this is exactly how we come every time to play game here, every day we come here to play game. And the queen was like, so you come here every day to play game, don't you have something doing with yourself? How will you become here to be wasting your time and your future every time? Even my husband, who is the king of this village, he has something doing, he has a job. If not, I wouldn't be married to him. Oh yeah, it's a start going, since you don't have anything doing. Oh yeah, stand up and leave. And then they thought maybe she was joking. See Margaret Tasha in action. That was how she got something, got stick, and started chasing them and insulting them to leave the palace since they don't have something doing. She got something and then chased them out of the palace. Oh yeah, the queen is about to go out, and 2 guards have been asked to accompany the queen. And the queen is saying no, that nobody should follow her, that they should go back. But at the same time, they're afraid for their dear life, because if the king should find out that the queen is all by herself, then you know what that means. So the guards are still trying to see how they can convince the queen to go with her, but she kept insisting that she walks alone. As a matter of fact, she had to get something and flog the guards and send them away. So the queen is just taking a walk around the market, and she's busy complaining about how dirty the environment is, about how dirty the people is, and all of that. And then she goes to the market. If you forget to greet the queen, it's a problem. And if you greet her, it's also a problem. Now let's see what happened. This person is greeting. You can see that she did not reply the person. Meanwhile, when the person greeting started, pricing, asking for the price of the clothes, and then she's saying, "What infantry?" So didn't you see the queen standing, and instead of you to greet me, you are busy pricing these dirty clothes? The queen is just going about the village causing trouble. So you can see her insulting the clothes seller, insulting her, telling her how dirty her clothes is. And you will agree with me that Ashoke clothes are not really bright in color, so she just assumed that they are dirty. And then she turns over to the next person selling ewedu leaf and insulting her, asking her, "What sort of ewedu leaf is this?" She turns over to the next person selling agbalumo, like she was just going around taking turns. So you can see her telling the agbalumo seller that, that look at this rotten agbalumo. Sorry, for those that do not know what agbalumo is. Agbalumo means cherry or star apple. I think that's the English name for it. What kind of cherry is it? You can even see maggots coming out from it. Oh yeah, pack everything and leave this place. That don't ever bring such thing to this market again. And besides, see the way you place everything on the floor. Can't you get something to place them on? And then she turns over to the person selling fish and say, "Why not cover your fish with leaf? I mean, why will you just leave the fish opened?" At the same time, like I said before, if you greet her, it's a problem. If you don't greet her, it's a problem. You see people shouting Saki or greeting her. And then she's saying, "Don't greet me. Stop greeting me. Do not injure me with your greeting. That by the time I return and this place is not clean as I want, that everybody, you're going to be in trouble," and none of that. And then on her way home, she saw a young girl selling akara. Akara is also known as bean cake, but I prefer calling it akara because that's where you have the vibe, the sweetness and everything. So she was like, "Give me this akara. Iyaida. Tell your mother that the akara is in the palace. You should come and get it. That see how dirty you are, how dirty the village is. You cannot even cover your akara with leaf and all of that." So when she got home, Iyun was in problem because her sister Wura had gone to sell her without being seized. And then Iyun came back and said that that the queen has taken her own. And then the mom was so angry, the mom was so upset that she wanted to even go to the palace and confront the queen. But the husband kept begging her that, in fact, if you want me to, I can pay for the akara. Please do not go to the palace. Do not cause more problems. That if you want, I will pay for the akara. And so the queen, in her usual tour, the queen is always taking a walk around the village to see how everything is. And then she saw a young girl, about 15 years old, carrying a baby on the back, and the baby was crying. And then after the young girl greeted the queen, and the queen was like, "Where is your mother?" And she said, "Oh, my mother is in Oshobo." And she was like, "So whose child is this you are carrying?" And she was like, "Oh, it's my child." And the queen was so shocked, like, "Eh? So this child on your back is your child. How old are you?" And then the girl was like, "Oh, I'm 15 years old." And she was like, "Yeah. So you are 15 years old, you are not in school, and you are already a mother. So where is your husband?" And then the young girl reached out for the husband. "Baba Toke." You needed to see the way the man came out. Man, it's like Samson and Goliath. I mean, but truth be told, this is child abuse. Like, this is child abuse. How can a man as big as he is, gets married to a young girl like this? I do not know, but that's just my opinion. I feel this is child abuse. And then the queen was like, "Oh, so is this your wife?" She was like, "Yeah, that's my wife and that's my child." Hey, the queen bounced on him and, started fighting and all of that. And then the man was busy shouting, "Oh, Egbami, oh, neighbors, oh, come to my rescue." So the matter escalated and got to the palace. And then the queen was reporting to the king about the evil acts of this man. That how can a man as big as he is be sleeping with an underage girl? And he calls that a wife. Men and everybody were surprised. And the man was like, "I don't even know what is happening. No, the queen is accusing me wrongly. Oh. Everybody here will bear me witness that I married my wife legally. So I don't understand what the queen is talking about." And then the villagers also chorused, "We don't understand as well. Oh." So the thing is that, truth be told, according to this man, he said he married his wife legally. that with the consent of his mother, that's Mama Toke, that everybody celebrated with them, including the king, that they even brought drink to the king. And then the queen is saying, you guys ate bad food. That yes, I'm telling you, how will you allow this man as old as he is to be sleeping with this little girl and all of that? I think for the first time the queen has done something right. The other ones that she has been doing, I've not been in support of it, but at least you see this one that has to do with abuse. No. I am totally in support of it. I mean, that is child abuse. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Queen Aigbe, do you think she did well by fighting for this little girl? And then the queen went ahead to ask the king that, are you also aware of this? And then the king was like, oh yeah, they brought drink to me, but I didn't know the kind of woman that he was getting married to and all of that. And then the other wife was busy reporting Aigbe to the king that about how Agbeke has stopped her from rearing chicken in the palace. And the king was like, if you are sensitive enough, you know that rearing chicken in the compound is inappropriate because it can cause trash. And the other one was like, even the youth representative, Agbeke has driven all of them away from the palace. A lot of complaints were just coming in, a lot of complaints. And then the other one was like, oh, Agbeke is even seen walking around in the village without any guards. That is what the other man was saying and all of that. A lot of complaints were just coming in. So little did they know that the Agbeke they are busy reporting or fighting for, Agbeke has something that they do not have. Well, let's just watch and see. Remember that Ido I told you about that? Ido is always at the receiving end of all the slap and all of that. That is exactly what this other wife was reporting to the king, that the queen slaps Ido too much that even her ears hurts and all of that. And then the Queen Agbeke is saying they are all hypocrites, that they are all hypocrites and dirty people. And then she went ahead to say that the guards, including the queen, that all they do is eye service, that they do not really love the king, that including the queen, all they do is eye service. Okay, Idouda, where is Idou? He said, can you imagine someone like Idou that's opening her mouth to say that, oh, the new wife that the king married is not as beautiful as she is, so if only the king has eyes, he would have seen her and married her instead of marrying someone like Agbeke. Do you understand? So Queen Agbeke was somewhere listening. She was somewhere eardropping to their conversation. That was the reason why she was always angry at Ido. That was the reason why she was always beating Ido. But initially, we did not know what Ido was done. We just felt, oh, she likes beating Ido and all of that. And then the king was angry and said that she should be beheaded. But people pleaded and said, Kotobe, it hasn't gotten to that extent. Please, they were pleading with the king and all of that. The king should have mercy upon her. The king should help her mercy with justice and all of that. But the main thing is that the queen should not be seen walking about without the guards. And then Queen Agbeke is like, hey, me, who dares touches me? Oh dear. And then she said, me that I always walk around with gun, I will shoot the person. And then everyone ran away for their dear lives. Again, you see the chiefs were seen discussing among themselves how to consult Fasomi so that they can dethrone the king, while the wives were busy having another meeting again. The first wife narrated her ordeal to the other wives, telling them what happened as she went inside to eat with the king. The food that she had prepared for herself and the king. She saw the Queen Agbeke and the king eating the food, that the king had really insulted her, that if she has not been insulted again in her entire life, that today's insult is enough. So she started telling them of how she went inside and she saw the king and the wife eating the food that she has labored to prepare. She has labored to prepare and all of that. And the king was like, you prepare food and nobody eats it. Is there any joy in it? That are you not happy that the queen is eating the food? This king is in for serious trouble. If you have the capacity to marry for 5 wives, you should also have the capacity to love and care for them all. But from the look of things, he loves Agbeke more than all the other wives. And that is not really good. You can see him telling the senior wife that you should be happy that someone is eating the food that you prepared. That if you cook and no one is eating it, will you be happy? And then Agbeke is making mouth that, hey, don't ever refer to me again as the young queen. I have every right and privilege in this house just as you do. And then 2 of the chiefs went to Fasomi to know the way out because of the way things are going in the village. And then the chief priest is asking of Chief Otun. And they said, well, Otun can't come because of his hypocrisy towards the king. So while they were still busy discussing about the way out, a mad woman from nowhere just came and packed the chief priest's divination clothes and the chain which he uses to consult the oracle. And then the other two chiefs, they fled, they ran for their dear lives while the chief priest was busy chasing after the mad woman. So in the palace, things had gone wrong. The king fell and he has become handicapped. He can't even move. He can't do anything. So Chief Fortune and the other chief were planning on sending for Fasomi so they can know what is happening to the king. And then the other priest, the other chief was telling Chief Fortune that that Fasomi cannot be able to make it because his divination clothes and chain was taken away from him by the mad woman. And then there was chaos, because the king can no longer, do anything. The king has become handicapped and there seems to be no way out. The and then Agbeke is asking, kí la fẹ́ ṣe báyìí? What is the way forward? The look in the room is not really a nice one. So, meanwhile, in the kingdom, things had gone, really bad. People are falling sick. Things are no longer the way they used to be. Even this, you remember this woman, right? Her daughter, that used to sell akara, and yeah. So she has been sick for 3 weeks. She's having severe cough. She's not getting better. And then the other woman was complaining about how her child vomits and stool with everyday fever. And then the other woman is complaining about the headache, the severe headache that her own child is having. Things are becoming bad. And she was like, it's like the villagers it's like the ancestors have turned their back against us. So like things are really, really becoming bad. People are complaining everywhere you go. The village is in chaos. They don't know what to do. And then the people of Ayedun, I don't even know how this Queen Agbeke used to get information. Because considering the fact that the king is not disposed, I mean, Chief Fortune is supposed to be Chief Fortune is supposed to take over, pending on when the king will be better. So Queen Agbeke is saying never will she allow anyone to dethrone her husband while he's still alive. And then the villagers are trying to help him understand that, see, this village needs a ruler. That since the king is currently not feeling well, that it is only wise for us to appoint Chief Fortune as the next king, depending on when he feels better. And then Queen Agbeke is saying, me, that nobody dares me, nobody dares to dethrone my husband while he's still alive, not when I'm here. And then the youth leader is saying, we are respecting King Agbeke, not because she's holding a gun, we are respecting her because of the king, if not because of the king, we would have dealt with her seriously. What can she do? That sparked Queen Agbeke up. He said, you do what? You will do what? Whoa! She shot into the air and there was chaos around. The people were busy running, helter-skelter, running all around, and in fact, even the queens, they had to leave the palace because the palace was no longer comfortable. Said, the throne belongs to my husband. Nobody can sit on the throne, not while I'm around. Nobody can do anything. You could see the people, the youths, everybody was just running, helter-skelter, goes. See Wura, the agbalumo that she's selling. They've destroyed everything, and then she's crying, oh, my mother will kill me today. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Hey, I feel so bad for her. The first time it was Easter and Akara. Now it's Wura and the Agbalumo. Wura got home and then she tried to explain to her mom about what happened, but the mom is so upset that, look at my goods. I gave you things to go and say, and you were not watching. You allowed them to destroy it. And the girl is trying to help her understand that, no, it's not my fault, I was watching, but, all these things were not intentional. And, things happened the way it was, that Agbeke shot a gun, and then the youths were running for their life, and the father came out and said, let us be happy, let us thank God that at least the gun that was shot did not hit our daughter. Sorry, my wife. Okay. And then the wife is busy saying, I'm tired of this village. What can we do? I'm tired of this village. Every day is all about Agbeke. Every day. Meanwhile, the youths are also there shouting. They are complaining because the village is in chaos. So many weird things are happening every day. Meanwhile, Queen Agbeke has taken over the palace with her gun. Even the queens, they are outside. They cannot even go to the palace because they are afraid for their dear life. So they've made a resolution to go back to their father's house because they cannot come and die in the palace. It's so obvious that the palace is no longer conducive for them, so they have to go back to their father's house. At this point, since Fasomi was no longer available because his divination clothes and chain has been taken, so they had to consult another chief priest concerning Queen Agbeke. And then the chief priest is saying that, well, let us turn the deity against her. Let us bring out Oro at night against her and use it to banish her from the community. And then the other chief is saying, well, she's a queen. Oh, if we banish her at night, what if something happens to her at midnight that she's not is not really comfortable with the idea? And then the chief priest is saying, okay, if you're not comfortable with the idea, let us use Ologundudu masquerade and chase her away in the afternoon. I mean, it's not going to be at night. And then they say, okay, if that will make you comfortable, Ologundudu masquerade, oh, I'm in support of it, as long as it's not going to be done during the night, as long as it's going to be done during the day, so she can be banished, so she can leave our village, so that everybody can have peace. So the idea behind this Ologundudu masquerade was that they were going to use a masquerade. The Ologundudu masquerade was going to chase the Queen Agbeke away, and then Queen Agbeke heard of their plan. And she comes out in anger saying, nobody tries that with me. Is this not a costume? That I will shoot at the masquerade. Since that masquerade is a costume, I will shoot at the person. Ido. When will you learn sense? All the slap that you've received from this Queen Agbeke, is it not enough for you? Queen Ido is saying, pleading with the Queen Agbeke to take things easy, to calm down. And then the other maidens are asking her, who asked you to talk? Who asked you to talk? And she's so scared that, she's going to receive another slap again today. They ran for their dear lives when they saw her with a gun. And then she's saying, this is a new era in this village. If you've tried those nonsense with other queen in time past, do not try it with me. And then you saw her shot into the hair. This review is to be continued. Kindly subscribe for part 2. Thank you.